It was March. I was riding the train, so I just took the train to Oak Grove, thinking that there was another train back. It was a blizzard. That was the last train. There was no train going back. So I just walked down the road, and there was an apartment complex to the left. I tried the door, and it was open, thank God. I probably would have froze to death. And it's scary, but that's what happened, so I just stayed in there. Then in the morning, got out and went back. Yeah, rode the train, walked the streets, college educated, used to be a campus police officer. This, I had no idea. I was used to helping the homeless because I worked right down Boston Common area, Beacon Hill area. I always had compassion. It's interesting now to be on the other side where it's like there is no compassion at times.
It was around 2007. My wife and I separated, wasn't living with her and my son. And then beginning of 2009, I got laid off. And this was right during the recession, right? And I couldn't find anything, no jobs. I was homeless. And to admit to yourself that you're homeless is devastating.
My kid's father was an abusive alcoholic. He used to put his hands on me and stuff like that and beat me up for nothing, you know. I was basically a good homegirl. I'd stay in the house, do my chores, take care of my kids. I was a real good mother. And basically, I ended up homeless, using. I walked away from my children because of the drugs, you know. Then that I know now, I wouldn't have made a lot of bad choices in my life, and I have a lot of regrets from them.
It's been a journey, tough one, very tough. But as a result of doing all the work, one day I will have a place of my own that no one can take. It's my safe place. I can allow in who I want and who I don't want.
The winters were brutal. There was one year we had a state of emergency with so much snow, and the snow was so thick because I squatted in abandoned buildings. I was pregnant in abandoned buildings, but I went through a lot, you know, being homeless. So I'm just glad that I have some place to live, that, you know, I was cooperative, you know, to see, because I know I deserve better.
If Pine Street wasn't here, you have 120 women. Where would they go to? During the winter, like, I don't know what they would do. Where would they get a breakfast? Where would they get a dinner? And where would they just get a bed to rest their head at safely?
I've had hard days here where I was sitting at the table crying and staff would notice. And, hey, come talk to me, and they'll sit in the office with me. They don't have to do that. This place, they care about you. And that's the only reason why I'm still here is, you know, I know from being at the shelter compared to this, I want to work for it eventually. I actually want to go to school and work with kids that get in trouble and stuff. 'Cause, I mean, I've been through it. So I think I'd be good at that.
I think we see people who are here because they've lost their job and didn't have, they were literally one paycheck away, like so many people. I think we are seeing more and more people who are here because they had a healthcare crisis, and while they had insurance, if you couldn't work because you got cancer, you have a debilitating illness and you can't work for 3 or 4 months, that often means in this market you get evicted and you end up homeless.
You know, without Pine Street Inn, I think there'd be a lot more people on the streets. Pine Street has literally helped put into housing and move forward, would not have existed. And I think Boston would have a lot more homeless people on the street, but more importantly, a lot of people who had an opportunity to have their lives changed because of Pine Street's commitment and dedication, investment and compassion would not have those opportunities.